First things first, Andy, did you really think Gary wasn't gonna pop up on you? You know you finna marry a fool. You knew what he was gonna do. Your eyes should have been on the lurk the whole time you were sitting at that table. Hey y'all, we finna go ahead and talk about Wednesday nights on BET. We gonna talk about, first of all, Sistas. Y'all, airing day, looking a mess. I promise you, the next time y'all see me, I'm not gonna look like this, okay? I promise you I'm not. But I just had to drop my brother-in-law to the airport, and you know, I'm out here trying to like get some errands done. So I was like, let me multitask, y'all deal with it, okay? Love me as I am, okay, or have nothing at all. So let's talk about Sistas. This is gonna be a very short video because when I say we spent an hour going around in circles, it was ridiculous. So before we get into it, y'all, please make sure that you subscribe, like the video, and as we're talking, leave comments, respond back to me. I really enjoy reading you all's comments and talking back with y'all about the episode because I have nobody else to talk to besides my husband, and he don't be caring. Okay? All right, y'all, so let's go ahead and get into this episode. Honestly, there wasn't a whole lot to be said. We get a bunch of random scenes of no kind of real dialogue that matters to get all the girls to meet up to the restaurant. That's really what it is. Because, and then like for instance, there was a scene with Danny calling Sabrina to go to the restaurant. They talking about, oh, it ain't busy here. Let me order you a drink. Da 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 da. Danny, at the end of last episode, weren't you walking out the door? How did you end up back in the bathroom to call Sabrina? Things that, continuity, Tyler. Continuity has been an issue for you sometimes, okay? So, before Danny gets to the restaurant, Sabrina's already at the restaurant because, you know, she had been out. So, she's already at the restaurant and she sees this guy named El Fuego, I believe was his name. And he comes up to the table and she mistakes him for the waiter. But he gives her his name and she acts like that's a common name. She act like, oh, Mark. Okay, hi Mark. Yeah, can I get a margarita? No, his name is El Fuego. How many of those do you know? Name them. I don't know one. I can't name one. Okay, so now Sabrina has to go through this. Oh my God, you look so good. You got your teeth fixed. Oh, you've been working out. Oh, yes. Well, I'm gonna meet with the girls. Let me get your number. So he hands her a card. She doesn't look at the card. She just notices that he has a card. Oh, very professional. And he goes and he says, well, I got to get on up out of here. Me and my partner, we got a bachelorette party we finna head to. Now, I am a smart college educated person. I assume Sabrina is as well. Didn't they all meet in college? Instead of her just it's click duh. Oh, so you're a stripper. Oh, card that says stripper and the club he works at. No, you have to go all around the mulberry bush. Oh, a bachelorette party. Well, that's odd. Are you a singer? Do you do magic tricks? You know, Sabrina is exhausting. Freaking exhausting. All right, so we find out El Fuego man is a stripper. So is that gonna be Sabrina's new love interest? She goes from a guy who's down low to a guy who is sexually aggressive to a stripper. Is that what we're doing, Tyler? Is that what we're doing? Because I don't want to see it. All right, Danny gets there and everyone's Sabrina, and as the girls come in, everyone is so like, oh my God, Danny, you look so nice. Your dress is so cute. My husband was sitting there watching me. He said, is it? That thing thing tickled me. It was like, is it? Because that dress is horrible. Y'all need to stop lying to your friend. If you got friends that lie to you like that, they not real friends, okay? She looked like, who was it? Bundy Blue, I think it was. She looked like Lil Bo Peep. I was like, yes, she does. That dress is horrible. It's just horrible. But anyway, okay. But for some reason, this is the best Danny looks to everybody. This her thirst trap dress. You know there must be something going wrong with her and Preston, because she trying to sit the girls up and be out and about. All right, Danny, cool. Sabrina comes to the table. She gives us all this roundabout. Well, why is Andy late? She's the one that called us here. And you know Andy's late because she gonna have to run to the house. We're gonna talk about Andy in a minute, child. Let's get everybody else out the way, because it ain't even that much. So why is Andy late? She's the one that called us here. Oh, well, I don't know, she got to do something, whatever. Well, I'm gonna wait till Andy get here, then I'm gonna tell y'all what I got to tell y'all. Just tell them what it is. So we end up finding out that Jasmine, Gary's ex-wife, has filed a lawsuit of alienation of affection, and she's filing it against Andy and naming all of Andy's friends. Now, I'm confusion, because I understand that alienation of affection is a charge that you could do or whatever, but that would be against your spouse, not against your spouse's side chick. She could be a witness. You could subpoena her and name her in it, but what's she supposed to do? She can't alienate her affections from you. That would be your husband's affection. That don't even make sense at all. I think y'all should have did a little bit more researching into that, because that don't make sense to me. Anyway, during this in the subpoena, they go ahead and detail the whole incident that happened between Gary and Jasmine in the house where she shot Gary with the rubber bullet. Y'all remember Andy ain't tell her girls none of that, right? Y'all remember that, right? But we'll get to that. Basically, when Andy does come, moving forward, then we're gonna go back forward to Andy. But when she does come to the restaurant and they're talking about that incident, she's acting like it's no big deal. Everybody is confusion, and Danny even says, I'm confusion, because you're talking about this like this is something normal, like this is just what happens. And let us not forget, y'all, because see, I know that we're on episode 7, but we are like only one day. It's been a day. You know, it's been like a day and a half. This is day 2. Yesterday was the wedding. Today is the next day. The day before the wedding, or the night before the wedding, was this shooting. So it's been like 2 days. It's been like 2 days. And you're cool with everything. You're cool, calm, and collected at this point. The math ain't mathing. It don't make sense. Okay, this is like the best, worst acting, writing duo combination that I have just ever seen. It's baffling. It is like bad dinner theater, but you can't help but watch. Y'all tell me if I'm tripping. All right, let's get back on Andy and finish this whole little thing out. So y'all remember Andy finna go to I forgot about Fatima. It's all right. We'll get to her. Andy finna go to dinner with the guy. What was the guy's name? What did we find out his name was? Ruben? Sexy lawyer. I don't remember his name right now. I can't take the time to be remembering people's names all the time. Write it in the comments. She's finna go to dinner with sexy lawyer man. And she sent Fatima over to the house to get her dress. Fatima hears some noise coming from the bathroom that sounds like Gary with some woman. Remember, we done seen all of that. So she calls Andy. It's this long drawn out conversation to get Andy to come back to the house. So Andy finally comes to the house. She stands outside of the bathroom. She hears the same noise. She just is concerned as Fatima was. So she busts into the door. She looking all around. She like, what's going on in here? He's talking to his therapist. Is this a sex therapist? Must be. He's talking to his therapist. And she introduced, hi, this is Heather, a sex therapist. It's so nice to meet you. I look forward to working with y'all. She's just working with me through my issues about what happened, the other night, as in last night. She's just working with me through my issues. Everything okay? I thought you weren't going to be home. Yeah, da-da-da-da. Annie's in there. Oh, okay. Everything's cool. Yeah, I'm good. I just came by to get something to wear. Whatever. So she closed the door and let Gary finish this session. When she goes out, it's like she checks Fatima for assuming the same thing that you just assumed. Because you just assumed it. I don't know what kind of therapy has you going, I don't know. I know breathing exercises, honey. I get breathing exercises. I do my yoga. I understand breathing. But I don't moan when I breathe. Gary, why is your therapist moaning when you breathe? Now, I'm telling you, we're going to find out that she's a sex therapist or something stupid. It's just stupid. So she basically checks Fatima about jumping to conclusions, even though you jump to the same conclusions because it don't sound right. Why you in this bathroom, locked in this bathroom by yourself at the house, talking to your therapist on speakerphone? It's just weird. It's just weird. So Fatima leaves. Andy goes. She gets dressed. She puts on the dress. She come out to tell Gary she finna go. So Gary, first of all, is questioning the dress she got on. It ain't even like that. It's a business type of dress. It's a cute enough dress, Anything she wears, I feel like she looks really nice in. But it ain't no bad dress. It ain't no Fashion Nova thirst trap dress. It's a blazer dress with some ruffles or something. Whatever. It ain't even all of that. And Gary's like, oh, is that what you gonna wear? Then now he's showing all his trust issues, right? And she's like, well, you don't have to trust everybody else. You just got to trust me. And so, of course, then he asked, well, where you going to be at? Oh, I'm going to Skyline. I don't know if that's what she said, but let's just say, I'm going to Skyline with my girls. I'll be home at 11. Now, earlier you said you're going to be home at 10, but now you're going to be home at 11. Oh, you're going to be home late. Oh, all right. Okay, so you already knew what he was going to do. You already knew he was going to pop up. That's why you called Fatima to tell her to move the meeting from wherever y'all was going to be to the Skyline so that you could have the 2 tables. So how you going to sit up here and have the 2 tables? You got your girls over here and the guy over here. And why the hell ain't you scoping out the scene with the gangster lean, making sure he ain't coming through the door so that you can be on the sneak tip? That was the whole point of you moving the meeting to over there, because you knew this fool was going to come over there. You knew it. But you ain't paying attention. Make it make sense, Andy. She is the dumbest lawyer. If she were my lawyer, I'd find a new one. She clearly was Dr. Dre's wife lawyer. Clearly she represent Dr. Dre's wife. Because she ain't got no sense. She's sitting at the table with the guy. They flirting, because at the end of the day, it's supposed to be a business meeting. They flirting, okay? Mr. Man, Mr. Sexy Lawyer, he trying to get you, okay? Is the rumor around Atlanta that you just the easy lawyer to get or something like that? Because he's real bold with it too. Like, you shut it down saying that you got you a fiance, but baby, it ain't looking too good for the home team. Another point of continuity, Tyler. How they go from drinking red wine to white wine? How they wine colors change? Get it together. Get it together. Anyway, at the end of the episode, Gary showed up like we knew he was gonna do. Now Andy's sitting there with the plug face, looking stupid, like she is. Lastly, let's talk about Fatima, because I almost forgot about her. Ain't much. Fatima done called Butt Wipe over to the house. Y'all know that's what I call Halsey, Hadley, whatever the other lawyer name, Butt Wipe. She done called Butt Wipe to the house, put some charm on him, told him to get comfortable. Then while he's sitting there, Zach come over and she check everybody. She checked Butt Wipe. She checked Zach. She checked Butt Wipe and tell him that she knows that he called the chain breakers and told them not to work with Zach, and that she needs to get him back moved up to the top of the list. You know, she checks him. She tells Zach that, I don't know, I'm not the type of woman that's gonna throw stuff in your face after I do things for you, and you need to learn who I am. And she storms out and tells both of them to leave. Zach look at Butt Wipe and tell him, well, she talking to you. And she yelled from the back, I said, get out my house. And then Butt White looks at Zach and say, well, she talking to you. She ain't talking to me. But she said both of y'all get out my house is what she said. I don't understand what this is with the men not taking the hint. When a woman say leave out her house, get up out her house, that ain't free reign for you to just sit around there and parlay like you pay bills. Because you don't. So when Fatima come back out, Zach is still there. Now, I ain't gonna lie to you. Zach, you should have been gone. When she told you to leave, you should have left. However, Zach be knowing what he be doing. Zach be knowing what he be doing. He say, where you going? She say, I'm finna go out. He say, you ain't going nowhere. Honey, he gonna put the D on you. You gonna get your attitude right. See, that one thing about it, Zach ain't got nowhere to go. He broke, remember? He broke, he ain't got no money. So he got to put the D down on him so he can have a place to lay his head. Okay? That's it. That's all they had to say on the sisters, y'all. Y'all tell me what y'all thought about this episode. Because they a mess. They get on my nerves. But I watch them every week. And y'all watch me. I'll see y'all in the next episode. Thank you for tuning in. Watch the playlist if you have not already. I'll talk to y'all soon. Peace.